I'm Robin Murdoch, live here in Clinton Township, where crews right behind me here have been working hard to put out a fire that set off a series of powerful explosions 2 days ago. We've got the very latest on that effort, as well as the cleanup in my live reports.
Jury selection continues this morning in the trial of James Crumbley. Of course, that is the father of the Oxford school shooter. When we could see the jury be seated and the start of opening statements, I've got the details.
Plus, Nikki Haley suspending her campaign. What we know about her decision after Donald Trump dominates the Super Tuesday primaries.
Working for you. Fox 2 News Live at 11 starts now.
Lots to get to, but first, good morning and thank you for being with us. I'm Mimi Lang.
And I'm Ryan Armani. We start with the continuing investigation into that massive explosion and fire in Clinton Township.
As you know, this all started Monday night near 15 Mile in Groesbeck. Debris flying high into the air, crashing to the ground more than 2 miles away. The roads are back open, but the investigation is only just beginning. Fox 2's Robin Murdoch live this morning with the very latest. Good morning, Robin.
Good morning, Amy and Ryan. Yeah, we are currently out here near 15 Mile and Groesbeck here in Clinton Township, where you could see crews from the Clinton Township Fire Department right behind me here. They've been out here since about 8, 9 o'clock this morning. They're actually dousing the area behind me with water, trying to get some flames that had been flaring up throughout the morning. They were trying to put out those flames, and of course, once those flames are completely out, crews can get in there, start digging around, and really figure out how this all started.
We're not going to let it go. We're going to find out what happened, why it happened, and hold those accountable who did it.
2 days after a fire and a series of explosions leveled the strip mall, converted into a warehouse near 15 Mile and Groesbeck here in Clinton Township, these stubborn flames continue to light up the early morning sky. Community leaders even declaring a local state of emergency in hopes of getting additional funds to clean this calamity up. It is the worst this fire chief has ever seen in his 25 years on the job.
We're going to have our people. They're going to have to bring in some equipment because there's a lot of products all bunched into one area. So we need to start pulling that apart as safely as we can. Then we can start suppressing the actual stuff that's burning down below.
According to investigators, Select Distributors, which supplies various products to area smoke shops and dispensaries, was not authorized to have butane or nitrous oxide canisters on site. Hundreds and hundreds of those canisters launched into the air like missiles on Monday night, injuring a firefighter and killing a 19-year-old who was struck in the head a quarter mile away. This man, who didn't want to show his face, was right there.
I hear a lady screaming, get help, get help. So we walked around the car and we seen a person on the ground.
The fact that more people were not hit or hurt by the sharp debris that in some cases weighed 10 to 15 pounds, just astounding. Crews tasked with picking up the shrapnel actually found pieces scattered within a 2-mile radius. The effort to clear the wreckage will of course resume today, while the township supervisor once again warns people to stay away for safety's sake.
Some people actually walked onto the site and filled the back of their pickup truck with these canisters that were still filled with some kind of liquid that is dangerous. Please don't do that.
And this right now is a live look at some of the debris that remains scattered in the parking lot of the Burger King here right next to the leveled business. And a lot of those pieces are a lot of sharp edges, a lot of jagged edges, and that is exactly why community leaders are telling people just to not touch them. They do not want anyone to get hurt. They don't want kids to get cut. So that is why they are telling them just to stay away from all of this kind of stuff. Now, once this fire is completely out, and it does look like crews will be clearing this scene shortly, so it looks like they did have some success out here. Once the flames are completely out, the ATF and other agencies, they'll be able to get in there, start digging through the rubble, what is left, and try and figure out exactly what caused this fire that set off the series of explosions. Of course, that could take days or it could take weeks. We are live here in Clinton Township. I'm Robin Murdoch for Fox 2 News.
I mean, the level of irresponsibility and having all of this inside a location when they're not authorized to do so, you just wonder what we're going to see happen next in terms of someone being held responsible.
I've been talking to a number of community leaders, township officials, Amy, over the last couple of days since Monday. And of course, they are very frustrated by the situation that it came to this, that this business was illegally housing some of these materials, and they want to hold people accountable for this. So certainly the investigation into the cause and to what happened out here, it continues, and we will continue to follow it every step of the way. Back to you.
Absolutely. All right, Robin Murdoch, as always, we appreciate you. Thanks so much.
Amy, and as Robin mentioned there, law enforcement telling us someone will be held accountable. It turns out the owners of the business did not have the proper permits for those canisters. The company is Select Distributors, again, the building housing products for the vaping industry. In a fire inspection back in 2022, there were no canisters in that building. But at the time of the fire, there were several pallets of them.
The owners, the employees that were on scene have all been very cooperative throughout this investigation. They were there throughout the night, again, providing any information they can into this incident.
Now, investigators can't even go there to try to reconstruct what happened until the location is considered safe. As of right now, it is far from safe.
And a jury could be seated today in the trial for James Crumbley, father of the Oxford High School shooter.
Yeah, jury selection currently underway in Pontiac as he prepares to stand trial on manslaughter charges. Fox 2's Erica Francis has the latest.
Well, this entire process, like you said, started yesterday. Jury selection started back up today at 9 this morning. But yesterday, that's when we saw about 300 potential jurors make their way to the Oakland County Courthouse to be possibly selected for this trial of James Crumbley. Now, many of these potential jurors are parents. Some are even gun owners. And like Jennifer Crumbley's trial, this case is an emotionally charged one, and finding 12 people who could hear the trial without bias takes some time. However, Fox 2 legal analyst Charlie Langton believes the jury will be seated and opening statements will begin later today. In day one, though, of jury selection, which was yesterday, we heard a lot of questions about guns, access to guns, gun storage, and mental illness. James Crumbley is the father of the Oxford High School shooter and is facing 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter. Those are the same charges for which a jury convicted his wife, Jennifer, last month. James Crumbley is accused of buying his son the gun used to kill 4 people and hurt several others. James and his wife are also accused of ignoring concerns about their son's mental health. Jennifer Crumbley, a lot of you will remember watching her trial that happened earlier this year. She's going to be sentenced on April the 9th. Their son, who is the accused Oxford High School shooter, is now spending life in prison without the possibility of parole. As for James and his trial, again, the jury selection process started back up today, and we could see a possible jury be seated as well as opening statements start today. Fox 2 will be following this case for you throughout the entire process. You can stick with us for updates both on air and online at fox2detroit.com. In Pontiac, Erica Francis for Fox 2 News.